Welcome to lesson number 171. This is the first lesson in review number 5. So what we're going to do today, we are going to read the introduction to this review, as this is the first lesson of this review phase. And then we're going to read the lesson and contemplate it quickly. And at the end, I'm going to guide you to a Qigong class, which I have recorded specifically for this particular review session. This is the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. I am Judith, and this is actually A Course in Miracles Qigong, which I am creating especially for A Course in Miracles students. Let me know where you're watching from, how long you've been with A Course in Miracles, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so more Course in Miracles students can find me who would like to combine it with Qigong, which can be actually quite useful in your own understanding of A Course in Miracles, and especially in understanding the role of the body in this whole endeavor we decided to take on us by saving the world or forgiving people and forgiving ourselves. If you are on level 171, if you're less than 171, you are determined. You have done quite a lot of classes. You have moved along. You have decided this is for me. Review number 5. Now we review again. This time we are ready to give more effort and more time to what we undertake. We recognize we are preparing for another phase of understanding. We would take this step completely that we may go on again more certain, more sincere, with faith upheld more surely. Our footsteps have not been unwavering, and doubts have made us walk uncertainly and slowly on the road this course sets forth. But now we hasten on, for we approach a greater certainty, a firmer purpose, and a surer goal. Steady our feet, our Father. Let our doubts be quiet and our holy minds be still and speak to us. We have no words to give to you. We would but listen to you, to your word, and make it ours. Lead our practicing as does a father lead a little child along a way he does not understand. Yet does he follow, sure that he is safe, because his father leads the way for him. So do we bring our practicing to you the Father. And if we stumble, you will raise us up again. If we forget the way, we count upon your sure remembering. We wander off, but you will not forget to call us back. So I just want to point out here to you that it's obviously not just you and me who are wandering off and fall back into ego modes. It seems to be a common issue. And I know it's a common issue because I know from my friends who are walking in this path with me. When we started a long time ago, it was difficult. It was very challenging for us to keep on the path. And some of who have been steady with me for years, they have completely stepped off and said, the Course in Miracles is not for me. And I think, or what my personal wish is that every person does this Course in Miracles session at least once a year, like a pilgrimage. Dedicate just 1 year to this retraining of the mind. And then I think if you like it, you can keep with it. But if you don't like it, it's okay. Then do something else. But just to give yourself that 1 year of observing introspection and observing how the mind works and observing how you can change your mind if you actually really want to. So that is my personal wish. So, steady our feet, our Father. So do we bring our practicing to you. And if we stumble, you will raise us up. If we forget the way, we count upon your sure remembering. We wander off, but you will not forget to call us back. Quicken our footsteps now, that we may walk more certainly and quickly onto you. and we accept the word you offer us to unify our practicing as we review the thoughts that you have given us. This is the thought which should precede the thoughts that we review. I actually very much love this thought. Each one but clarifies some aspect of this thought or helps it be more meaningful, more personal and true, and more descriptive of the holy self we share and now prepare to know again. And this is the thought. God is but love, and therefore so am I. God is only love, and so therefore so am I. Love is just love, and therefore so am I. That's why I have said, when you're reading the text and you have got an issue in actually with the word God, or with some way this God is being expressed, then just replace it with love, or replace it with compassion or empathy. Any of those words which sound for you like they are the right words to express this all-encompassing feeling. You see, I personally like the word love very much because of the way I understand love. But maybe you understand love differently. Maybe what you understand love under is maybe something which I would call attraction. You see? So use the word which is describing this all-encompassing power, which is forever forgiving, forever offering its grace to each and every one of us, which is universally intelligent, which is at the same time mother and father, which is at the same time brother and sister, which is more intelligent than the sum of us, which is life itself. This for me is light and love, and then of course God. But you need to find that word which is fitting for you. And then understand that God and love are that word, are the same. It's the meaning you wanna find within yourself. So God is but love, and therefore so am I. And for me, love and light and God and source and universal intelligence and even Qi, for me this is all the same. So I believe that I am this life force. God and love are one, and I am one with that. So therefore I am part of this God and love and intelligence. And that's what I want you to explore for yourself for the next 10 days. Understand, what does that actually mean for me? And like it said here, all the different ideas, they are like pointers towards this core idea, which after 10 days you should have deeply assimilated into the awareness of yourself, so that every pore of your body, every cell of your body is singing it along with you. God is but love, and therefore so am I. This self alone knows love. This self alone is perfectly consistent in its thoughts, knows its creator and understands itself, is perfect in its knowledge and its love, and never changes from its constant state of union with its Father and itself. And it is this that waits to meet us at the journey's ending. Every step we take brings us a little nearer. This review will shorten time immeasurably if we keep in mind that this remains our goal, and as we practice it, is this to which we are approaching. Let us raise our hearts from dust to life as we remember this is promised us, and that this course was sent to open up the path of light to us and teach us step by step how to return to the eternal self we thought we lost. Let me repeat this. And it is this that waits to meet us at the journey's ending. Every step we take brings us a little nearer to the end of this journey. This review will shorten time immeasurably. That's why I think those reviews are very, very important. If we keep in mind that this remains our goal, and as we practice it, this to which we are approaching, let us raise our hearts from dust to life as we remember this is promised us, and that this course was sent to open up the path of light to us and teach us step by step how to return to the eternal self we thought we lost. This course was sent to us. I take the journey with you, for I share your doubts and fears a little while, that you may come to me who recognize the road by which all fears and doubts are overcome. We walk together, you and me. I must understand uncertainty and pain, although I know they have no meaning. That is why we sometimes fall into those holes, because we need to understand the uncertainty and pain. Yet a Savior must remain with those he teaches. Let me repeat this. Yet a Savior must remain with those he teaches, seeing what they see, but still retaining in his mind the way that led him out, and now will lead you out with him. Now will lead you out with him. God's Son is crucified until you walk along the road with me. My resurrection comes again each time I lead a brother safely to the place at which the journey ends and is forgot. I am renewed each time a brother learns there is a way from misery and pain. I am reborn each time a brother's mind turns to the light in him and looks for me. Listen to this. I am reborn each time a brother's mind turns to the light in him. That means the mind needs to turn inwards. It needs to turn inwards to see that light. And also, that light is not the light you imagine that you see with your eyes. It is a different kind of light. It's more of an experience of light. And of course you can project that light inwards. But it's not this one directional light you can see here around me. It's not this kind of light. It's more like a light which is emanating from within you. It's like coming outwards from you. Okay? I am reborn each time a brother's mind returns to the light in him and looks for me. I have forgotten no one. Help me now to lead you back to where the journey was begun, to make another choice with me. Release me as you practice once again the thoughts I brought to you from him who sees your bitter need and knows the answer God has given him. Together we review these thoughts. Together we devote our time and effort to them, to these thoughts. And together we will teach them to our brothers. God would not have heaven incomplete. It waits for you as I do, for every single one of us. I am incomplete without your part in me. So who is that talking? This is the Christ within you. The Christ within you is saying this. I am incomplete without your part in me. And as I am made whole, we go together to our ancient home, prepared for us before time was and kept unchanged by time, immaculate and safe as it will be at last when time is done. Let this review be then your gift to me. Let this review be your gift to that Christ within you. Let this review be the gift to yourself, remembering that God is but love and therefore so am I. God is but love, so therefore so are you. Let this review be then your gift to me, for this alone I need, that you will hear the words I speak and give them to the world. You are my voice, my eyes, my feet, my hands, through which I save the world. You are my voice, my eyes, my feet, my hands, through which I save the world. I don't know if you've ever played any kind of computer games, but when you're in this world, if you want to change anything in this world, you have to be part of this world. You have to be a character within this world. And this is how this is a little bit here. In this world, we are playing a role. And the Christ within us needs this body, needs our voice, our feet, needs us to save this world. And you have to decide that you want that. This is a decision you're making. If you choose otherwise, you cannot do it. But if you choose to say, okay, I want to be part of this salvation, and you only just have to kind of desire it, and it will happen. And you will become part of the salvation. You will see miracles through your hands, through me. The self from which I call to you but is your own. Let me read this again. The self from which I call to you is but your own. To him we go together. Take your brother's hand, for this is not a walk we walk alone. We walk this together. In him I walk with you, and you with me. Our Father wills his Son be one with him. What lives but must not then be one with you? What lives, so anything that is alive, can it not be one with you if you are life? Let this review become a time in which we share a new experience for you, yet one as old as time and older still. Hallowed your name, your glory undefiled forever, and your wholeness now complete, as God established it. You are his Son, completing his extension in your own. You are his Son, completing, first you are completing his extension in your own. His expansion and extension. Love expands. We practice but an ancient truth we knew before illusion seemed to claim the world. Let me read this again. We practice but an ancient truth we knew before illusion seemed to claim the world. Before illusion seemed to claim the world. Because illusion can seem to claim the world, and if we allow it, then it will become the truth. But if we say to illusion, no, 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 this is my world, and I am deciding what meaning I'm putting on this world, then suddenly the world gets a different meaning. Suddenly you see something different in this world. And we remind the world that it is free of all illusions every time we say, God is but love, and therefore so am I. Let me read this one more time for you. We practice but an ancient truth we knew before illusion seemed to claim the world. And we remind the world, you and me, we remind each other that it is free of all illusion every time we say, God is but love. God is only love, and therefore so am I, because I am the child of God. I am an extension of God. God is love, God is life, God is that source energy, and I am that too. I have just momentarily forgotten, and I'm choosing to remember now. With this, we start each day of our review. With this, we start and end each period of practice time. And with this thought, we sleep to waken once again with these same words upon our lips to greet another day. No thought that we review, but we surround with it. So every thought which we have during those 10 days, we're going to surround with this idea. God is but love, and therefore so am I. No thought that we review, but we surround with it. And use the thoughts to hold it up before our minds and keep it clear in our remembrance throughout the day. We really, really want to become aware of these practice periods now. God is but love, and therefore so am I. This is a key awareness. You want to really become aware of it. No thought that we review, but surround. And thus when we have finished this review, we will have recognized the words we speak. They are true. Yet are the words but aids and to be used, except at the beginning, at the end of practice periods, but to recall the mind as needed to its purpose. We place faith in the experience that comes from practice, not the means we use. We place faith in the experience that comes from practice, not the means we use. We wait for the experience and recognize that it is only here conviction lies. We use the words and try again to go beyond them to their meaning, which is far beyond their sound. The sound grows dim and disappears as we approach the source of meaning. It is here that we find rest. And I am going to record, and I have recorded 2 Qigong. I'm going to record several Qigong. And I have created different Qigong classes for you where you can practice this particular idea. I'm going to have one standing, one seated, and probably during the 10 days I'm going to record another one, an additional one where you can practice this particular idea. Because you are the child of God. God is love, and therefore so are you. And we really need to bring this home now during the next several days. Practicing morning and evening, remember? 5 minutes at least. 10 or 15 is better, but if you can actually devote 30 or 40 minutes morning and evening, you're gonna come closer each time if you have the time. So lesson 171 goes like this. God is but love, and therefore so am I. The idea we are reviewing is this. All things are echoes of the voice of God. So everything you see is an echo of the voice of God. I remember that was actually a very beautiful lesson when I did in the beginning, 20 lessons ago. When we did this 20 days ago, 151 was that. Everything you see is an echo of the voice of God. So God is but love, and therefore so am I. And the second idea, which is from lesson 152, the power of decision is my own. You decide what you see in this world. And I have to admit that those 20 days, they have been tough on me. There was a lot of doubt coming up. And now, in retrospect, I can see why that was. I also got the flu in between. And I can see now why this was. It's because I really need to understand those valleys. I really need to understand it. I need to understand what it means to be in that damn hole. In that where it's difficult to see the light, where you fall into this self-doubt and despise yourself, where the ego is saying, who do you think you are? And you have to crawl out of this with the help of others, with the help of you even. And then you say, okay, no, I'm not going to look at it that way. Because the power of decision is my own. The power of decision is yours. And I decide to see that God is but love, and therefore so am I. So I'm suggesting you to do this seated Qigong class with me today. And tomorrow we're going to do a standing Qigong class for this particular lesson. Like I said, I'm going to record several different lessons. For now, I'm going to invite you to do a short Qigong class because we did have to do this review. But this is going to be a separate class. So here's the short Qigong class for this particular lesson. Here you have got the longer one, which is one of which I have recorded before. And here you have got the whole list of classes if you choose to do a longer Qigong class now. Enjoy.